Hi, this is Chris, and this is VizToolkit Script Studio screencast number 4. I'm gonna call it feature overview, since I'm gonna talk about new cool features of VizToolkit Script Studio. Well, some of these features are not new exactly. Some of them were present in the previous version, but I will just start with the most recent ones. So, as you may see, I've already prepared the solution, and it has one script and one unit. The script is doing something. It doesn't matter what it does. It's just a script taken from another project. And what I'm going to tell you first is the IntelliSense of VizToolkit Script Studio. The Script Studio has built-in IntelliSense support for code completion and code insight. So once you start typing something, it will help you out to determine what you're trying to write. It will show you some hints. For example, let's start typing find and press Ctrl space. If you press Ctrl space, the code completion window will pop up, and now we can using our arrows, we can move up and down to select which method or maybe property we would like to use. So let's choose find subcontainer, because this is what I was trying to type. And now, so this goes also for some variable methods. Let's define this string variable. So my string. As you may see, if after I typed S and pressed space, the Script Studio automatically displayed the code completion for types. So I can choose string right now from the list. And let's go back here and type string dot. And we have all the methods which are red, and subroutines which are red, functions which are presented in blue. We can choose off, and maybe a property of length, for example. So if we would like to see how long is this string, we could just debug print it. So print my string dot length or something. Okay, so this is quite cool, but it also goes for the structures defined in units by you. For example, I have this unit that defines the structure person and people group, and I have this variable politics here that has the type of people group. So if I just type politics and press Ctrl space, it will automatically complete the word for me, because after he doesn't have much to choose so now he can choose either politics or position, but if I type L, it's only a position politics, so Ctrl space auto completes it. And if I press dot, I get the fields of the structure, so I can either choose the name or people, which is array of person type. So people dot, and I have the array methods now, so I can push, pop, take size, anything I want. So for example, the IntelliSense also has this code insight. What is code insight? For example, let's try to register parameter of double. Register parameter double. Most of the time I don't exactly remember what are the parameters needed for this function. So, but this Toolkit Script Studio can help me out with this. So if I open the brace, it displays the parameters needed for this function. So I can see that it needs parameter name, so I can provide one. Then the label, provide one. The default value, the minimum value, and the maximum value, so 10. Okay, but what if we use a function, for example, let's see the cString function. You can see that this function has 4 overloads, so you can pass a boolean, an integer, UUID object, or a double here. So it will convert it to string. So, oh, well, you can navigate through the overloads using the arrows. I forgot to mention that. So this is the code inside. Well, the cool thing is that, for example, if we have this, all of these methods here, the cPerson, this is the constructor method for person object, and we try to create one. So let's create on p as person equals cPerson, and I open up the brace. The code inside tells me that it has 5 overloads, and but the description is it just puts what this function returns, because there is no description in it. But we can change that if we go to the people unit, and if we type triple single quote, so the VizToolkit Script Studio will automatically convert this to this desk tag, description tag, and we can write something, anything we want. And if we do this for all of our overloads, we just save it and go back here, and if we start typing ps person equals cPerson, we can see now anything we want. It also goes, if we, for example, it is very useful if you would like to comment your code properly, and you have tons of methods, and most of them you can comment in one line. But what if you want to use the second line? We just press enter and go with the second tag. So if we save it now, for this overload we should have the second line of our comment. Well, the comments also can go into structures, so you can like describe what is this, the person's first name. Well, it's I think the names of this the fields of this structure is self-explanatory, but sometimes you can have more difficult names, and remembering what exactly does each name mean is rather annoying. So person, and if we say p dot and select the first name, person's first name displays as a hint, as a description. So this is the cool auto-commenting feature of IntelliSense. Well, okay, so we have our script, we have our unit, and let's say we add another project, a new project, and call it second one, and we would like to use the people's unit in this project. But how we can of course we can just copy and paste it, but there comes this cool feature, which is library, which will allow us to quickly add mostly used units into our project. So for example, if we define we can add this unit to library function from the context menu of Solution Explorer. So if we hit it, not sure what happened. Define as library unit, sorry. Not add from library, define as library unit. And we describe it as data structures defining people. And we add it. Now if we go to our library, we have this unit stored here. And for example, if we select the units folder in the second project and select add from library, we can just select people's unit, people unit, and add it to project, and we have it right here. Okay, so this is how library works. Let's have a quick look at our script. As you may see, we have this politics object, and we have some hard-coded definitions here. So we have three people are added to the people field of politics. So, but they are all lowercase. So we could just like do this, but the quick way is just to select the whole phrase we would like to work on and hit Ctrl-Shift-K, which is capitalize. It's here. We could either select lowercase, uppercase, capitalize. The capitalize works only on lowercase. Okay, but let's leave it uppercase, and let's just select John, Ctrl-K, Doe, Ctrl-K, Ctrl-Shift-K, sorry, Ctrl-Shift-K, capitalize, and if we select Jane, Shift-K, and Fisher, Ctrl-Shift-K, we have our, and let's have this also, and we're done. So this looks much better, but hey, I remember, if we have a look here, we have all those overloads, and we have a field type photo in the person structure, and I can see that there's this overload where I can pass a path to a texture here. So, and I remember that I have a picture of John Doe. So if I want to just insert the path, I just select this, right click it, and select insert path to texture. And if I hit it, I can just select the path, because I can't remember all the path. I think no one can. And select the picture and say insert. So, and we have the path to the texture stored in the Viz Graphics Hub. So this is a cool feature, and it also goes, the paths you can insert is to tree container, director, scene, texture, object, material, and font. So it goes to all the paths that are mostly used. Well, the other thing I always do, maybe you're not doing this, but I work with several people, so, and we're doing a lot of tool-like scripts for graphic designers. So it is good to have a info text, this small icon in the top right side of the script GUI. And the thing is that I have, it is very difficult to write, it's very annoying, rather, maybe not difficult, but annoying if I go this info string and it equals something, then if I want to add another line, it will be like, and next line something, and so on and so on. It is rather annoying, but we can use a code snippet. VizToolkit Script Studio has these code snippets, and we can assign multi-line string. So if we go here, let's say the variable name will be info, and I already prepared the description for this code, for this script. Sorry, my bad. And paste it here. So if we say insert, the code is inserted in a proper way. All we have to do is just define the variable, and that's it. So let's just cut and paste it to the top. Another thing, it would just register info text and info, and we have an info text. But as you may see, we have a register parameter int, which selects the parameter index 1 to this should be 2, the maximum value, so because the John Doe is at index 0, this is Mark Hathaway is at index 1, and Jane Margaret is at index 2 of the array, people array. So what if we would like to change, because it's not very intuitive for a designer to just select the index. It would be better to select actual name. Well, we can just change this parameter to register parameter register radio button, sorry, radio button, and we have person x label person, selected person, default index, and button names. Of course, what are the button names? This is the array of string, so we can just either define the array of string, or we can use the another snippet, which is define array button names array of string, and we can populate it with data. So if we do this, we can see that the first is John Doe, then Mark Hathaway, then Jane Margaret Fisher, and hit insert. As you can see, VizToolkit Script Studio defined the button names variable and pushed 3 names for us. So this is a cool feature. It is, I use it quite often at my work. So let's see if it actually, if the code still works. I'll just compile the code. Yes, it works. Another cool feature is that you can actually check. We have the same. This is strange. We should command this. Save. Actually, another cool feature, we can check what are the values of parameters set to the script right now. So if I choose parameter, we can see that there's this radio button, and the John Doe is selected, but we can select Mark Hathaway or Jane Margaret. Let's select Mark Hathaway, hit OK, and if we switch to VizArtist and we go to tutorial scenes screencast 4, if we select the script, we can see that Mark Hathaway is selected as we did it from our VizToolkit Script Studio. So let's move back. And so these are the parameters. You can right click and select parameters, and all the parameters of the script along with their values are displayed. Okay, another cool feature, because sometimes you have a lot of things you don't want to see in your code. You can just seal it with in region. So for example, if I select this part of code, because I don't want to see it, I just need to see, if I look on the init parameters function, I would like to see just what are the parameters I've registered. So if I select this, I can surround it with region. Regions are typically VizToolkit Script Studio construct, and let's call it variables, which allows you to just close some parts of the code, so you don't want to see at the moment. This is the code folding the code folding feature allows you also to close the methods, the subroutines and functions. So this is cool. You can also surround it with the and if, for, while loop, subroutine, function structure, and so on. Just try and test it out. Maybe you'll use some. Okay, one last thing I would like to show you. Let's just open everything. Is that sometimes if you type something in one piece of your script, part of your script, and you have, let's assume that the script is very long, and you would like to call access the variable that is a global variable defined at the very top, for example, like this me_string variable. You can just go to the top and then scroll down to the method, but there's a feature which will help you out with navigating through your code. For example, if you want to jump somewhere, or you can you would like to mark an important part of your code, you can set a bookmark. It's this toggle bookmark button, and the keyboard shortcut is Ctrl+Shift+B. So let's put a bookmark here. As you can see, the bookmark is indicated on the left side bar of the editor. And if we move here, we can place another bookmark, for example. So if we want to go to the, at the very top, for example, the variable was me_string, I'll just copy it, and using the control and arrows, you can navigate through your bookmarks. So it's like very fast navigating method. So if we would like to see what's here, we can go here. Another thing you can do is press Ctrl and \, which will split the editor into two parts, and you can have like navigate to this part at the top, and to another part at the bottom, and you can see what's in here. Maybe it's useful for you to when typing some code here on the bottom. So this is how it's done. Okay, so here are some cool features of VizToolkit Script Studio. Hope you like it. Be sure to download the trial version and test it out for yourself. I'm Chris. Hope to see you next time.